There we have light. Hey Alizor, thank you very much and welcome. Much appreciated, Alizor, with the rose. I'm just starting up my Starship Enterprise here. Especially my MacBook takes a long time. Hope everything is good with you, Alizor, and all. And all art, I was going to say all art, with your art. There I am. I just need to find myself. Yeah. Hooray. This one is kind of bothering me. There, I guess. Here. There. Okay, so we're going to start out with something. I don't know what, who, or what we're going to do, but let's do something though. So like the last two sessions, I made my own OCs, characters, because the chat wanted it. I don't know if I will go back to something, maybe some fan art. Hey Afro, you have any requests there, Afro? I know you have a lot of knowledge, and I've never asked you that, Afro. Who's your favorite character? Did I ask you that? I don't know. Or Alizor, do you have any requests? Before I start to draw something. Javier, bienvenido. Yeah, let's hear it, Alizor. Let them brain cells work. Let's see what happens and what we will see or whatever. Mori Buntaro from Climber. NAMOR is my absolute favorite mode. Okay. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Afro SF. We talked a lot about John Byrne before, and he does a lot of stuff. I never read John Byrne's NAMOR series. I know he had a run, and I think NAMOR became like a business person or something. I never read that though. Let's see, Mori Buntaro. Let's see what that's about. Mori Buntaro. Mausi. Okay, he looks like a manga character. He kind of looks like Orpheus. Kinda. But that's manga, right? I believe so, yes. Hey, Batayo, how are you? Nice seeing you, man. Oh, I haven't seen the Savage Namer either, Afro. That would be awesome to see, though. There's a lot of things I need to catch up with. Thank you, Batayo. Thank you very much. Oh, really? That's awesome. I hope to see it on Instagram, Batayo. There's always some great stuff coming out of your pages. Hello, Alexandra Constant. Let's see. Okay, let's do a NAMOR, because that's mainly what I do, like superheroes, dudes. Can't remember last time I did NAMOR, but let's do him again. I always like to do different poses, and I will continue with that. Now, talking about NAMOR, they are doing this movie Doomsday now in London. They're filming as we speak. The other day they saw whatever her name is that plays Invisible Girl. They saw her going into the studio together with the actor playing NAMOR. So they're going to do that storyline, or of course NAMOR's always been somewhat in love with Sue Storm, so we're going to be seeing that in the movie, which is pretty good. It's going to be awesome. Oh, I like porches, Bitayo. I'm really happy you still have a lot of commissions, dude. That's awesome, man. I'm looking forward to seeing the porch. I'm calling Porchy Porch. I'm going to play a lot with shadows in this one too. I've been doing that a lot lately, and it's very enjoyable. I'm gonna have him like screaming or something. What I really liked about NAMOR when I was a kid was that I felt he was kind of scary, NAMOR, because he could like fight the Hulk, and of course the Hulk is always stronger until they both end up in water, and then NAMOR was like unbeatable. Not even the Hulk could, like, he could, but it was like they were almost equal under the water until the Hulk needed to take a breath or something. I know, I can't remember which artist made NAMOR, gave him a long hair. I think it was Jim Lee, maybe. But I really enjoy the old classic NAMOR. Hey Bello, this is NAMOR the Submariner. I think this is like the only NAMOR, like the only character that's gotten away with just running around in his swimming shorts. Nobody like said anything about it. It's like his thing now. Give him the big ears, pointy ears. The most interesting thing about NAMOR, talking about his physiology, is of course his winged feet. It's kind of a cool detail, I feel. Some artists draw him like with a flat head. I don't know why. There. Now we have something. Now let's start to ink this NAMOR. Oops, I lost the pen. It kind of flew off. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Afro. But the thing with here's another thing that I always liked about this character is that, I mean, he could show up in any comic book. You never knew if he came as a friend or a foe, because he was a foe in many issues in different comics. I mean, he invaded Manhattan a couple of times, I remember. But and Namor and Steve Rogers, they've known each other since the war, of course, the big war, the Second World War. They were invaders together. With Bucky Barnes and some other people. Whoops, I lost my pen again. It's like flying all over the place. I need to wear a helmet, I think, because there are pens flying out. I need to duck. Hej Åsa, välkommen tillbaka. Hello Scott, welcome back. Nice seeing you again. There. So put some shadows in his face so we know what will happen. I'm gonna clean him up a bit. Dude lives in the water and I'm cleaning him up, can you imagine? There. Kinda lost all my pens. No, you didn't. Just don't know where I put my stuff. putting out all the shadows that I'm pretty sure I will use as shadows, and where I will have heavier shadows. I start with them, the places where I'm very sure that I will use some heavy shadows. Start to look like something now. Okay. Yeah, I know Afro SF. If we're talking about the Invaders, it's like the early years. Of course, it wasn't like the best art, maybe. But I know that they made some new Invaders. I never read that comics either. But like I said, I have a lot of things to catch up on. Of course, we had like the Human Torch in the Invaders, and Toro, and the Human Torch. He was a big deal, a big hero, being an android and stuff. And the Human Torch, later they used his body to create Ultron. That's a true story. Let's start with some minor details on this guy. Yeah, Afro, he looks angry, but you know, you mentioned like they call one series like the Savage Namor. I always saw him like real savage. Sometimes when he attacked, I mean, it's like Hulk level anger on this guy. I felt it was kind of interesting some years ago when they like put him in the X-Men. It was kind of interesting, I thought. Can't remember how they managed to like having joined the X-Men. I know he's one of the first mutants. I mean, he's always been a big part of the Avengers. But the X-Men was a bit surprising. All of a sudden he kind of looks like Nightcrawler. Oh really? So Toro, but I mean, Namor was of course a mutant because of his origin, and that made him a mutant, and but I didn't know that Toro was one too. I thought Toro was yet another android. This Namor morphed. He morphed and became Nightcrawler. That's his new ability, mutant ability. Morphing into whoever he wants to be. Hey, Mr. Ad Doctor, how are you? No, this is not the Hulk. This is Namor the Submariner. Looking like Nightcrawler. I know Namor has this battle suit that he uses sometimes. It's kind of cool one with wings under his armpit. Oh, that would be awesome, the Afro. That sounds awesome, man. We need to get a crossover, old school crossover from these two big universes. Like Second World War kind of a deal, adventure. But Afro SF, this is one of your favorite characters. What did you feel about the when Namor became one of the X-Men? Hey, Heraclius, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Cool name, bro. Yeah, I agree with you. It was a little bit out of character that he agreed joining the X-Men, because I felt he like, I think he made a lot of effort just joining like the West Coast Avengers or something like that, and joining Xavier's team would be, like you say, um, a political statement to something, and he doesn't care about human politics. He only care about his own people. So that's the truth. But I felt it was interesting seeing him like that anyways. And the artist who made that lineup was awesome. To continue the work with the bigger shadows. I put one of his legs here. It's like in an attacking mode, but we can see that, right? We use our fantasy a little bit. Thank you, Afro. Thank you very much. I understand that Afro SF, the MCU namer was like very far away from the original. There was this actor before when I was always making this fan casting when I was younger. I wanted to see something like the MCU happen. There was this actor, he played Bruce Lee in, I think the movie was called Dragon or something. Now that actor, he was in this movie, science fiction movie with Kurt Russell later. I felt that actor was like, he was Namor. This is, I imagine Namor. That didn't happen. But it would have been cool, I think, seeing him as Namor. I don't know why, but I always felt that Namor is more Asian. And I don't know if they made it on purpose. People who designed him, I don't know if maybe it was Kirby, I can't remember who designed him, but I felt he kind of looked Asian. There. Kind of looks better, I feel like that. Really? But you haven't read anything about that Afro, if like maybe Kirby or somebody felt like he really needed me to look Asian or something. Because I felt that all the superhero artists back in the day, they kind of like drew most of the heroes similar, but except for Namor, he really looked Asian. I need to search some info about it. But I'm happy that you felt that too. I thought I was the only one who felt that he kind of looked Asian, or he felt Asian. Okay, I need to make this test again to prove I'm not a bot. Hope I can't get my finger in there. That's what he said. Number one Doma fan, thank you very much. Thank you for liking. Okay, Bill Everett. Okay, I need to search this guy and see what he said about NAMOR when he created him. If he thought about something like what I said. Bill, yeah. It's Bill Everett. Yeah, I will search for that guy and see. I'll not search where he lives and all that stuff, but I'm going to search to see if I can find some old interviews with him. Of course, he's been asked many times, like, about creating an iconic character like NAMOR. We want all the details, dude. There, I'm gonna fix his eyes. I don't know, something's wrong with the eyes. I believe there need some fixing needed in that eye. And we're not talking about glasses, of course not. Yes, Afro, and that's kind of a um, sums it up for this character, I feel, because especially in the comics, I mean, when he was out for blood, it was a serious thing because nobody could beat this guy. He was more or less unbeatable. I wouldn't say invincible because we all know what will happen when we say that. Okay, let's do the background like we always do. Just a way to frame the character. I'd like to believe that it's framing him a little bit more elegant. But that's not my place to say. I'd like to believe though. I'm out of frame myself. Talking about frames, I'm falling out of the picture sometimes. Okay, let's try to do some justice to the eyes somehow. We will try though, we will try. Could make this eye a little bit bigger maybe. Difficult to turn around this sometimes. Paper gets stuck all over the place. Get that arm a bit further away so we give it some distance. sometimes you just can't stop. You just give them more and more shadows and stuff. There. It is a NAMOR anyways. Hey, autistic gremlin, how are you? I believe I've seen you before. I don't believe there was another gremlin in here. Who knows, maybe it was. Let's do that anyways, give him that eye. Well, Afro, that's a very, very good question. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you just need to force yourself to like let it go. Because if you start to give too much details and stuff, and then the day after you will be like, what the hell was I thinking, man? So that's a very good question, and it's a difficult question to answer too. I mean, it should be like, oh, I'm finished, I know it. Sometimes you just don't know it when you're finished. It takes time to understand. But it's a big danger to continue working on something and in the end you'll destroy the whole piece. So most of the time I always recommend this is like leave the piece and come back to it the day after. Most of the times you'll see what's missing and what's not, and if it's finished or not. It's a good thing to like let the eye rest from the piece. So if you're not sure, Afro, when you finish or not, if you're finished or not, it's like leave the piece alone and sleep on it and come back the day after. You will wake up a more wiser person, hopefully. Whoops, sorry about that. There, I believe I finished Mr. NAMOR. Oops, sorry. Like all over the place. NAMOR looking angry. I gave him white eyes. I don't know. I feel that characters look more savage with white eyes. That's just my feeling. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Afro. Hey, Celia, how are you? Welcome. Nice seeing you, dude. I just finished this piece, dude. Oh. I need to get update with Charlie Kirk. I don't know what happened. I'm very good, Celia. I just finished this piece. So it's all good. Let's see if we can get the whole piece here. There, we can all see it. There. Kind of looks like the Hulk though, but it isn't. It is NAMOR. Of course, if I do like this, is another. You can see it much better, maybe. But I will post this one tomorrow. You can see the whole piece, black and white, like this. You can see what it was I did. Oh. Thank you, Celia. Oh, I need to get update with that news, Celia. Sounds crazy. This is NAMOR the Submariner, Mr. Celia, just so you know. Okay. Okay, the Afro is what happens sometimes. But that's it, my friends, for today, man. Thank you, Celia. Let's see what happens tomorrow. This one is finished for today. Tomorrow's a new day, so let's see what happens. So, okay, my friends, I am signing off. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow again. And let's see what happens tomorrow. If you've got any requests, I'll take it, of course, if it's something interesting. Now take good care of each other. See y'all.